Hello. I'm just sharing the live video that's about to start, and I'm inviting a few friends. Let's see, I think that's pretty much it. I hope everybody's trying to stay warm. I know we have a cold front here in Michigan, and it can prove to be difficult. Turn the volume down. Okay, and I want to see if I can't video it this time as well. Okay. All right. Hi, Tammy Louise. I'm doing a live tonight on this cute little one-eyed Harry. He's a new digital image that's available in my store online, TLCDesigns.shop. And I created a double dial project with him today on a really special, close to my heart kind of shaped card. This Shape Easy shape is something that I used to sell in an Etsy store. And I did get an opportunity to make it into a die for a company that I was working with, but I'm considering putting this one in another shape, recreating the die and doing it myself, manufacturing it myself and adding it to the store. Maybe I could ask you all if you might be interested in some shapes. I think, you know, they add a little bit of flavor to the project, of course, and they make things a little bit more special. But today's project is definitely one of my close to my heart kind of things. It opens up from the bottom, but it includes, you know, this I cut with the die that I used to have. It cuts the card base, and it has the cute little buckle. It has the cherry on top, which I don't know if you can tell, but there is actually a space for the cherry to fit up there when the monster isn't trying to reach it and grab it first. But I created the slot so that horizontally it goes right up into place. It's kind of like somebody is trying to get the cherry up in place and the monster is just going to grab at it first. But the design paper is something that I'm probably going to add to my store as well as a digital if I don't decide to manufacture it. I love this design. It's one that I created as well. It was on HSN and it sold out real fast, so I think it'd be popular. It's kind of a new wave, dotty spotty little look, and it has several different softer papers to come with it. Hi, Maureen and Dana. Nice that you could join me. I'm a little bit early. I'm just kind of showing off the project that we're going to make tonight. I'm going to do some coloring with my Copic ink, which I haven't had out in forever and ever. But I will show you how the entire project is assembled and how I adjusted. I had to adjust the actual dial portion that comes with the double dial die. This is what the package comes with. It has a frame of its own. It has the wheel. It has the mechanism slots. Hi, Dana. Nice to have you here. It has the washers and the arm. And all I'm using today is the arm, the mechanism, the dial, and the washers. I won't be using this frame, obviously. We're going to make a cupcake, so I wanted to show that also on the back. It has full instructions and directions. It's available for sale. I'm short. I'm selling out really, really fast. So if you're interested in this interactive die, I would jump on it real fast. It is available at TLCDesigns.shop and also 7 Kids Crafts. Kelly Niece is selling it US and international. I am not, my store doesn't go international as of yet. There's a lot to be figured out for mailing purposes and things like that, and shipping rates and all of that. So it's a slow process, but they are going fast. So if you're interested, jump on that. They're very well priced. They're only $18 or $17.80. I think she has them for. And as you know, dies this size, they're going for $24, $28, $29 a piece. So that's a good price. Let's see what I have today. I'm going to put him over here. Maybe we'll just kind of keep him. What I decided to do was make a different color project, and I have it cut. This is the base card. In the digital product that I'm selling in my store for the One-Eyed Harry, you get Harry the image, and you get the word surprise, and then you will get a little balloon. I didn't actually print out the balloon for this project, but if you want to stop by and register for the store, you'll be able to see the product there and purchase if you like. I am going to give one away tonight for the special number that is currently underneath my my little mat here. I wrote a number on a post-it note, so whoever makes that number of a comment, then they're going to win. So let's get started, and I will just assemble. I did some of the stamping because I know that when you get into coloring, sometimes it makes it lengthy. Okay. Let's turn this down. Okay, so we have the inserted. And then I used a bit different of a design for the basket, which is a separate piece on the SVG cut that I either will sell or the die cut. I kind of like it because you could bump this up if you wanted to. For this particular project, I don't want to because I have to have room for this dial to move. So we're just going to add it. Hi, Debbie. Hello, Irene. Nice for you to join me. It's not going to be too long of a project tonight, but I think it'll be fun. And then at the end, someone's going to win that digital stamp. I just need your email address after we have the winner, and then I'll just send it to you. Okay, and this is the top section that matches the shape of the cupcake. And I want to show you what I did in order to make sure that the mechanism portion of the die that comes with this double dial die will fit exactly where you want it. Now I have one cut out with design paper, two in 110 cardstock because this needs to be very sturdy. I'm going to adhere the design paper and when I did this yesterday, I cut the two separate pieces. The mechanism for the die got cut out of the design paper, and then it got cut out of this. But I'm gonna try and see if I can't get it to at least show me where this is, and then maybe work with it the rest of the way with scissors. I'm gonna try it a different way. There's no right or wrong, I don't think. So if what I did on this mechanism die is I cut this piece, I put it through the Gemini, and it cut the grooves, and then I used that as a mat, a placemat, because the actual cutting is here. But I needed to know if I wanted to put it through or put it on a paper the other way and cut through it, how would I know where the slots are? So what I did, we know that I want the cherry to go up to the cherry, and then we have to include this hole and then this portion of the slot. So what I did was making sure that this hole stays on the paper, that this slot stays on the paper, which it does here. It goes all the way up. It does here, and it does fit here. So this is where I'm going to try and put it through the Gemini. When it cuts, then I've got the slot going up to the cherry and the monster section coming over toward the cherry. Let me get my cutting plates out. Run it through the machine. I'm not expecting it to go all the way through all 3 layers of this the first time. So I'm going to run it through again. Just so that I can see how well it's going to cut. Here, let's see what we have at 2 passes. Okay. This tape is really strong. I'm gonna have to add some fuzzy material to it or something next time I use it to put a placement. I'm almost afraid it's gonna tear the paper. I didn't think it would be that strong. Again, I'm home alone with 3 puppies, so I have one begging at my heels right this moment. Let me see what I can do. Okay, so definitely have the hole. I don't need my pen, I need my little pokey tool. It didn't go all the way through. This is pretty good though. Not real happy with the way that turned out. Let's see. Got it back in place. Let me run it one more time. Let's see if we can get it any better. The problem I had yesterday was getting it to cut in the exact same place. So I was thinking if I'd adhere them together before I cut them. Of course, you know, it may or may not work out, but we will see. Maybe if I hadn't glued them together, maybe that's the tip, the secret. We'll see. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Brian. Corralling. He's probably not going to stick around. That's a friend from high school. It's kind of interesting when people step in just to see what people are up to. I don't think he's crafty though. I'm just taking the tape off. My hand was kind of out of view. Sorry about that. I put a piece of paper down here so I needed to move this way. Let's see. Not real happy with it. We're gonna see what happens when. Oh, that's not very difficult. Obviously, if I hadn't adhered it, I think it would have worked a little bit better this way. But I am getting the slots, and they are nice and smooth too, so let's see what happens with the little hole. Pretty easy. Now let's try this guy. It's definitely cut through the 2 layers of stock. See, it's just that last paper layer that didn't get cut. So we're just going to go in there and say cut. Obviously, if I had more time and wasn't doing this live, I would just do it again, but we're just going to make do. We know that the dial works as long as you have the right holes cut. So, actually it cut pretty good all the way through. Just going to clean this little corner up. Hi Melissa, nice to see you. Have you with us? It isn't going to matter if the paper is in the back of it. Hi Max. I haven't had you join me live before, but that's fantastic. I'm glad to see you here. Don't really like this. I did not have this much trouble last night when I made the first one, but because you can see, like on last night's, I had the slot in a perfect little position, and it just rolls like butter. It didn't cut here, it didn't cut across, so it looks like this time I just either had the angle a little bit off, and I did glue the sections together first, but it looks real smooth. So what I'm going to do is just put a little piece of, we're going to for the sake of tonight's video, because I do want to get to coloring the cute little image that is designed for it, I'm just going to tape these together here. There. At least this section will close, and you can always put a pop dot here so that the monster can't go down any farther. But let's get to, so that's how that's going to look, and that's the portion that you pop up. Nice and firm and sturdy, has the hole for the dial. I also needed to, and I want to show you what I did for this. Just so that you know, this die is so versatile. You can design it the way that it needs to be, the size it needs to be. There was a woman that is on the design team at 7 Kids Crafts. Oh, thanks, Kat. I love the versatility of it, too. I can just use it anywhere. You're welcome for the invite. Thanks for joining me. There was a woman on the design team for 7 Kids Crafts that made cute little ATC cards, and let's face it, you know, the ATCs are a limited size, so she just made an adjustment and an adaptation to the wheel. The slot mechanism fit just barely on the ATC, but she had to adjust the wheel, and I found I needed to do that as well. So what I did, using last night's example that I designed, it has the little, what do you want to call those, gear heads, so that you can grab it real easy, but they're inward a little bit more, and I designed, basically I just took a pencil, found the hole in the center, drew a circle around it that was closer to the edge, and then just drew a few of these, and then I decided that this arm is going to be just a little bit longer. So all I'm going to do now is adhere the design paper to the two pieces of stock that made the wheel. I just used 110-pound paper. Hi T, glad to have you here. And then I just cut following my pencil marks. It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be functional. On this particular project, I needed a smaller wheel. You don't have to be an engineer to draw a circle and some little, I'm going to call them gears again, for the sake of a better word. And then I'll just grab an eraser and erase the pencil. My camera went off. Let's see if maybe the battery's out. Okay. One more. Up, over, and across. I may, because I believe there's something in the wings coming pretty quick here, I may just add a smaller dial to the next die set, just so that nobody has to go through and adjust anything. It's not going to work, you know, for every single project. You may have to adjust it yourself anyway, but in the long run, I could try and make it a little bit easier on everyone and include a smaller, just erase the pencil. Perfect. There. Now that I've made a mess, that's the dog. He needs to stop. Okay. Get rid of some of these scraps. So now I have the wheel that's adjusted a little bit smaller. I covered it with the design paper that matches, which I forgot to do last night on this one. I just left it white. I don't know if you actually could tell, but it just goes up and down really easy. So I want to cut away this excess design paper. Okay. Now we have the mechanism portion. I used I used to be on Really Reasonable Ribbons design team, and I have packs and packs and packs of really pretty ribbon. This is October, it must have been 2015, so I don't even know if it's available, but it's a turquoise and it's dark. It looked really pretty, it had a contrast, so I decided to use it. I'm going to put a bit of this on here. Ooh, I forgot how slippery this stuff is. Okay. If you push down too hard, obviously Glossy Accents is going to spread out, Tammy. That didn't make any sense, but that's okay. So what we want to do is begin to assemble this particular double dial. We want a brad to come and go through the center hole. I'm going to save the blue brad that I have. So we're going to, now I want to put it this way. And then the arm is double cut, 120 paper. Hi Bonnie. Nice to have you with us. Nice crowd tonight. It must be a good night to stay in, huh? Okay. I'm going to use my little tool. Oops. I have too much stuff in too small of a space, maybe. So, use my tool. connecting the arm to the center. Pull that out, and it's really a perfect fit every time with that new tool. So I'm going to use the blue brad, put it through the top of the cupcake lid, or I don't know, frosting maybe, and then through the wheel. My little spacer, close this down real nice and tight and firm, like that. Pull the spacer out, like so, and you want to make sure that your arms are still moving really loose. This is good. Now, grab your arm. All you need to do now, use one of your washers. These brads are bent in the back, so I found I have to push them down towards the flower, but one through a washer, through the cupcake frosting, through the hole. Another washer, spacer, close your brad. I don't know if it's closing or opening it. Maybe it's opening it. And then you test that one. It works real smooth. Then grab your arm. Grab your last brad. Takes 4 brads to make these projects. They're really easy to assemble. Put it through your cupcake frosting, then put it through the actual arm. I gotta stay in the view. Please don't tell me I've been out of the view the whole time. And then another washer. Spacer. Take the spacer out. Test your cupcake. Works really smooth. I mean, I'm barely moving it. It's hard to hold on to, but it's perfect. You see that? Yay. Okay. Let's color. So what we're going to have is this is going to be built up, and then we will apply the critter and the cherry on top, which I already have colored here, and I put some glitter on it. Actually, I love this. I don't know if she's carrying it or not, but it's Spectrum Noir Sparkle. Crystal clear. I love how it works. Alright, so we have assembled, and now we're going to color. Let's do some coloring. I want to make sure that I'm in both the video live Oh, great. I'm glad you like it, Mel. Hi. Sorry about that. Hi, Bonnie. And I think that's it. Okay. I am going to color the monster and the package that I want to add to the front of this card. So with this particular design paper, last night I had a lot more lime green, and I wanted to offset it with this orange that's in these circles. This particular paper didn't have a lot of orange, so it does have the green. I went with, Let me see if I can get the colors to show. Where are we? Maybe that's why they do this. Yep, that's why. See, I'm not an expert coloring artist and don't do it too terribly often, but I am learning. Okay, so with the green, I think I want to stay with the leg. I can't wait for it to show me whether or not I'm in your view. Yeah, Mel, this die, this cupcake used to be a Shape Easy. I don't know if any of you shop at Whimsy Stamps, but I used to make my shaped SVG cut templates in the Shape Easy Etsy store. And then she sold them as well at Whimsy. And I just had the best time making things because it just adds a little bit of fun and creativity, some more creativity, I think, than just a square card or an A2. So I'm going to put the green on the horns. This is the light green. This is the YG13. I'm only going to do 2 different colors because, let's face it, he is tiny. But this digital image is available in my store at TLCDesigns.shop right now. If any of you are interested, you can make him any size you want for any project you're working on or you want to work on. I think that's the pro in Digis. I know it takes a little bit of extra ink, and sometimes working with the paper to try and get it through your printer can be a little bit frustrating, but I think it definitely has its pros. Because if I wanted to make a 1-layer card with him, I can. I have to train myself to keep my fingers out of your view while I'm coloring. So I'm just going to put the dark green, which is YG17, on the edges. We're going to stay on the inside. He is tiny because I didn't want him to be real big. I wanted to kind of show that he's a little shrimpy guy trying to reach the huge cherry on the top of the cupcake. So we're just going to put a little bit of dark green, not a lot, towards the outside edges. I am going to blend down just a little. And we have a train coming by too, in case that's interrupting. There you go. I think I want to kind of lift him and show you how I just basically swiped a little bit of the green because it's so small. I didn't do the eye, the dark green. Let's see if I can't get some of it in there. Not bad at all. I am not known for my coloring, but I do enjoy it. There we go. I'm going to put it back down. Now we've done the green, and then I pulled in, I want this closed, thank you. I pulled in the dark turquoise. So I have gone with BG45 and BG49. I hope that by the time I start coloring, it's going to show me that those lids are still in the picture. Yes, okay. I want to do his body in this darker color, so I'm going to go with the BG49. I kind of work better from the outside in. Thanks, Dana. I think he's pretty cute. Oh, the battery's dying. Okay. I had my other camera going as well because I haven't been able to figure out, don't laugh, how to get an embedded code maybe from the Facebook Live recording and move it to my YouTube channel. I don't know that you can, but I would like to, and I tried to do it today, and I thought maybe I'll just try and videotape it while I'm live and then do some editing before I use the video. And my battery died, of course. Of course. So if you just joined, I'm going to just trace around the edges with this darker color. Just joined. Someone's winning this a free digi. This is One-Eyed Harry, and I don't need to put the lid on right away, but he is currently in my store. My first digi in my store, and I may be adding tomorrow. Hopefully, I may be adding the digital papers that you see here. For purchase as well, but I'll have an advertisement and everything out, so keep an eye out. I'm not sure how fast I can get it all done, but my goal for 2020 is to provide some digital product as well as live or real product like the dies. I am selling the double dial die, as well as it being in the 7 Kids craft store. We're just going to trace around here, pull this color over. Okay, I'm going to go back to the darker one and do another layer, pulling color out, and then pull it out even farther, just to kind of blend it in a little bit. Yeah, move over. I'm not going to be too careful around the teeth because in the end, I adore how it looks with the gel pen. And it just kind of actually looks like a tooth. It's very, very white. I love how that looks. So I always end up using that in the end anyway. But I'll try and be careful, diligently coloring. Cuteness overload. Thanks, Cat. He is super sweet. And you know, he takes a lot of color really well. I mean, he's just bright and shiny kind of. He reminds me of, all right, ladies, what's the name of that monster that's in Monsters Incorporated? I think he has more than one eye. Yeah, I think the little guy has one eye, but the big guy is really, really super hairy. And he reminds me of him. I can't remember his name. Anybody know his name? He had a best friend, and his best friend was like the little round green guy. But he was big and hairy and blue. I can't remember his name. Now it's going to drive me crazy. Okay, so he's a turquoise color. On my screen, it looks like it's blue, but he is actually this blue-green turquoise. And he has green legs. And I wanted to incorporate some of the pink. So we're going to put these turquoise markers up. Let's see what time it's getting to be, just to keep track. It's 8:30, not bad. So for the pinks, I used R22 and R20. And yesterday what I did was swiped outward without making a mess, trying to not make a mess. I want to leave a little bit of white out here because I want them to be kind of fairy-like, wispy, not thick and dark. Is there another word for that? I don't know. All right, so I've got a little bit of the dark R22, and then I'm going to go back in, just blend that a little, and put one more swipe. I'm going to put a little bit here. Pull it out just a little bit so it blends a little bit. And go back the last time and put that darkness in. There. Cuteness. R22 on the edges this way. And R22 on the edges this way. And R20 pull in. I don't mind that white look on the inside of the belly. We're just going to put dots at the tip of the toenails of R22 and pull out 20 just barely. And then I think just R20, I might, let's see what it looks like. Just a little bit of shading. I'll put quite a few white dots in that too. But last night I realized that I needed to break up on his horn. I don't want to leave that one that's touching the turquoise. I don't want to leave that white. I want to color it. So that was it as far as coloring in. But then I add the really super cuteness. Oh, it is Sully. Sorry, I should have. He's a cute digi. Cuteness overload. Mikey. Yes, yes, yes. Thanks, Kat. Oh, that would make me crazy. And Sully. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Does he remind you of that? I think he just, maybe it's just the blue. Although even in the orange, he reminds me of him. Now, last night, when I wanted to make him fancy, I used spotty dots within the orange. I'm going to try and pull this close enough for you to see. But it kind of just dotted him. And then I grabbed the white gel pen and dotted again. But I want to see what he looks like when I do the -0. Can you see him? I'm hoping I can get this a little bit closer so that you can actually, let me pull him away from the cherry too. Hi, Chris. So you can see, oh, there, you can see how dotty he is. So, and don't forget the really cute eyeball. He's adorable. So we're going to work on him again, but I think what I want to do, I want to do negative and see, I want you to be able to see it. So I'm going to put the pen, the 0 pen. I hope I have one that's juicy enough. And if I don't like it, I will just go in What do you ladies think? think the -0 is going to look cuter. Oh no, you can barely see it really. I think maybe the dots in the green will turn out better. Maybe if I do it just a little bit more. I don't think I have a juicy enough 0. Let's see if I have another 0. I think I have 20 zeros sitting around somewhere. It's ridiculous, but let's see. This one seems to be a little bit more juicy. It's obviously not quite as quick of a process trying to make the negative, trying to push the color away in a circle shape. It's not as quick. So he's cute, but it's going to take forever to get him the way I want him to look. Let's see what happens when I do it this way. It's all about the details. It really is. He's super cute. I just want him to stay super cute. I think I'm bored with trying to do it with the 0. Oh, see, it's so much better with the white. I'm gonna stick with the white. We're gonna make him big dots instead of the little ones like the guy I did yesterday. I kind of added dark color to it. On his body, I added the darkest orange in, and I think the big dots on this guy is going to make a big difference. Now, also, I learned a lesson yesterday. If you're going to put glitter on it, do it before you add the gel pen, because the gel pen smears and it's water-based apparently, and becomes really icky. I want to make sure that you all can see what I'm doing. So what are you guys doing tonight? Are you crafting after you watch me, or kind of interested in knowing how often you all get to do the crafty stuff? Sometimes I feel like I never get here until it's Thursday and it's time for me to go live. But I'd like that to be different. My goal is to get in here 2 or 3 times a week. He is a really cute monster. Can you imagine him being bigger though? He'd be super sweet. If you even one layer on a card, he'd be super cute. Okay. So I know that I'm not going to add glitter to the legs, so it's okay to add little spots to the legs. And like I mentioned, I love the teeth when they're colored in white. And the empty horn area makes it look so much more realistic. Now, I'm going to add the glitter. This is Spectrum's silver glitter. I pushed it on there wrong or something. Oh no. That's all right. Minor casualty. Never fear. We're going to add this first. I'm going to add it there, and there, and there. And of course the fingernails. This would be really cute with a bow on its head. It could be a girl. Yeah, I might have to do that. Make her fully pink and add a bow. I'm crazy about that bow die. I'm going to have to design that, or I'm going to have to manufacture a bow die. I can't do without a bow. I'm not sure how to get this lid back on this Spectrum nor pen while keeping it We'll see what that did. And then let this dry for a minute. Where is my package? Let's get him colored next while we're waiting for the glitter to dry on that one. So we're basically just going to use the same colors. Let's use the BG45. Whoops. $49 from the top edges down. It's pretty small package, so it isn't going to take a ton of ink. And then you go from the bottom up. And BG45 just down towards the center. You don't have to meet the center. She looks like she needs some swag. I need to work on my art journal cover, but probably will go to sleep. Yeah, don't go to sleep, Dana. Craft. Stay awake. She needs some swag. What do you suggest, Kat? What kind of swag would you add to her? BG45 is done. And then I think I'm going to use the greens on the bow. Swag, huh? I added a ton of glitter. She definitely needs a bow, though. I could make her a girl, couldn't I? I bet I could make her a girl. You all want to sit here and watch me cut a bow tie? I will. It's up to you. Decide if you want a bow tie. Make this a girl, baby. All right. I'll look at it in a second and see what y'all think. Oops. It's sticking to me. I want to take some of that 0, blend this just a little in the center area so it doesn't, there we go. And it definitely needs glitter as well. Put some glitter on there. I'm gonna have to figure out. Okay, this one should be dry. I want to add some dots to the cheek. And just a dot or two on the wing. It's very spotty. I think it adds to it. It just makes it come to life, I think. There. Oh, let's not forget the eye. The eyes are the cutest. See what time it is? Almost 9. Just about at the hour mark, which is perfect. Come here. I need the eyeball. Where did the eye go? There he is. There's his swag. Kat, what do you think? I think it's adorable. I'm a little biased, but I want to add this sequins. This is a shimmer sequins, it's called. And I got it from a company, Desert Divas. She's no longer got the store open, but I love this color of sequins because it goes with everything. It's kind of like a clear, but it's rainbow at the same time, so it doesn't matter what you put it on. Okay. The only thing left to do is assemble the remaining portion of the double dial card. Almost done. Wouldn't that present make a cute purse? Yes, actually it would. It's really cute. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Janet. Okay. So this present goes right here on the ribbon. I want him to be reaching up. Let me get my pop dots out. Hopefully I have enough dots left to finish this project. I've been going through them crazy, Gray. So I'm going to add the pop dot here. And then I want to have him come facing the cherry here. I don't want to touch him too much. Now, to keep him from wobbling left and right, all I have to do is add another pop dot to his body over here and leave the protective pad on the pop dot that faces here, and he'll slide and he'll be level. Because right now he wants to wobble back and forth, but he can't do that once I put the pop dots on. So we won't necessarily have to do that right this second on video, but that's what I'll do when I finish him and take pictures of him and everything. Now turn him over. This is the way with the double dial card. This is the way that you prevent the image that you attach to the brad on the front from swiveling. You put the washer and then on top of the brad so that it stays permanently in one position. This is a geometric die, so it wants to twist and twirl, but that will prevent it from entirely moving, so that when you move your guy next time, he won't go like this and swivel back and forth. Now all we have to do is apply the cherry. One more pop dot. Oops, on the front. I want the cherry to come up and land in the exact position that it does. So I put the wheel up all the way to the top. And then when he comes down, he's going to twist a little bit, but he's in the perfect position now at the top. So I'm going to turn him over. Again, I'm going to put some liquid glue between the washer and the arm, and then on top of the brad. Okay, obviously that's going to take a few minutes to dry, but once it's dry, I will probably do the same offset under here. Wouldn't that present make it? Yes. Put a little bit of dots under here to keep this from wobbling left and right. That's all it does. You don't take the cover off of your pop dot on the side that's touching the actual card. Only stick it to the cherry. Okay? And then that's it. All you have to do now is turn this over, put your pop dots in sections where your arms are not going to hit, so all across here is fine. You're not going to do anything in here because this wheel comes over, and you're not going to do anything in here because this arm comes over. You can see what sections to avoid just by making the card move. Operate the mechanism and you'll see exactly where you can apply it, and you're done. All you would need to do at that point is take the covers off the pop dots and place it on your card. Just like that. The project is done. I'll show you yesterday's project while this dries up. And then we will take a peek and see who won the free digi. This is how the project works. After you pop it all up on the pop dots. And I do have I'll show you my extras under here that have the protective coating so that the cherry can't move, wiggle. On the inside is where I stamped the surprise and recut the cupcake frosting section so it was white. And that's where you would put your greeting. And that's it. Okay. Wow. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. Let's look underneath the mat. Comment number 5. Let me look. Comment. So Dana is number 1. Dana is number 2. Cat is number 3. And Cat is number 4. Cat is number 5. So Cat, you are the winner of the digi. Congratulations. If you would private message me your email address, I'll be happy to send you the digital file. And I can't wait to see what you create with it. Be sure and share, okay? And let me know if there's any questions. Maybe you'll make it a 1-layer card, which I think is something probably would be really cute because he's so hairy and fun and lively. Just let me know and I'll be happy to share that too. Congratulations, and I hope you join me again next Thursday. I am live every Thursday at 8 o'clock. I'll be making projects, and some of the product is going to be at the 7 Kids Craft store as well as my store online, which is TLCDesigns.shop. This one-eyed Harry image is my first digital item in the shop. If you go there and shop, just register, process through the payment, and you get the digital item immediately. So we tested it tonight, and my husband bought one, and it came right through. So everything is working well. If you have any issues, don't hesitate to contact me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you again next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.